Hey guys, all right, so here we are again. If you watched yesterday's video, it was pretty long. Working on bevels. I've been spending a ton of time on domain stuff. I think that's because I don't know anything about extruded 3D things. Like I never took CAD or anything like that, but it's pretty cool stuff. I kind of wish I had taken some courses like that in college. They actually didn't have those courses in my college. And I was actually there for mechanical engineering, so you'd have thought that if anybody was going to take CAD classes, it would have been mechanical engineering. But so we're looking at an eye, and this is sort of the little dot part at the top. This is the bottom part, and this is what we're talking about, these beveling. And today I want to make the bevel thickness configurable. Hoping to do that pretty quick. So let's see. So basically, bevel thickness is something that I want to make. Um, I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy that, and I'm just gonna go to the. Oh man, I didn't commit this stuff yesterday. Git commit dash m video. What was that? That was video 144, I believe. Mm. It's going to take me a second. Yeah, oh no, that was 146. Okay, so video 146 uh, makes bevel size configurable. Git add and git push. Right, now we can safely make these changes and see what our changes are. All right, so I'm going to go to the interface, to the mesh interface, and right before, let me just hit Alt left, that goes right before bevel size. So right here, I'm just going to paste that in there, hit number, hit save, and I will get to see some stuff break. And I'll hold the Alt bottom down, Alt there down, and again I need to, okay, 0.003 is going to be 0.03 is going to be the default. Then hit Alt right, and that takes me back to where I was. I don't think, oh man, Alt back, bevel thickness, Alt forward, Alt forward. There we go. So now that should fix the problem. Now it's not, doesn't solve all of our problems because we don't have it in our in the UI, right? So we have our cube text, and then yeah, bevel offset. So we need it in here, right between bevel segments and bevel size. So basically we just go into our mesh manager and we go to the template and we go to here. I think it, what did I want it before bevel size? So right here, and this is called bevel thickness. And then this form doesn't exist. I think I've demonstrated it breaking several times before. It takes a few steps to make it break. Go to ChatGPT. I've already asked the question, what is bevel thickness, so that I could just save a bit of time. This parameter, Control V, and then I guess that should be, instead of define sets. All right, so now we have our parameter, we have our variable in here. If we go in here, add our mesh, change it to a text. We should see it in here, and there it is, and it's busted. It's busted up because it doesn't exist. Okay, so then the next thing to do is look up, it doesn't matter, bevel offset. Just go ahead and use that one. So in here, basically, we're defining the subscriptions that basically will execute when, or this is a subscription that executes whenever there's a change, and we want it to also update the bevel thickness. All right, the next one is this guy. This is what creates it. So bevel thickness is equal to a new form control. And boom. And then I think there's just one more. And this is the update bevel. Like, we could skip this, but that is clearly teched at with interest because it will be much more difficult to do this bevel thickness when we do the import. So let's just take care of it now, and we're done. All right, so now what we have is our bevel thickness will show up in our form. All we have to do is change this to a text, and we have our bevel thickness. That is not right though. Bevel thickness should be like 0.003. Am I looking at the right thing? Okay, let's go in here, double check that this is right. Bevel thickness, bevel thickness. That looks right to me. Bevel thickness. Okay, and then just make sure that we did all of, we're looking at bevel thickness. Make sure I didn't paste bevel offset in one of those spots. Okay, so that subscribes. Bevel thickness. Ha ha. Thickness, and let's just check the other one. Okay. All right, let's double check again. Mesh, add mesh, edit. Go in here. Check our text. Bevel thickness 0.003. That's what we would expect. So the only thing left, and I only know this because we've done this a bunch of times now, is this needs to be changed to mesh. Bevel thickness. And voila. So now let's check this sucker out. What are we at? 8 minutes 50 seconds. So I might actually get out of this quick. So let's see. Text. And then bevel thickness is 0.01. We can't see it at this point, so we need to, first thing we need to do probably is change this to a Fong. Nope, not a Fong, to a basic, to a normal, and then sort of move the camera in to a Z of 1. No, like 2, and then move it up to a Y of like 1, and then X position, let's make this a 1 too as well, and then X position of -1, and then have it look at a Y of 1. And then that's weird. Oh, okay, because we're off to the side of it. I think. Oh, -1. this back to 0, and then move Z back to 5. Okay, so it's really, oh yeah, that's because we didn't change the height. That made it like it's real fat. Okay, so let me move this back to 1 and move the Y position to 1 and the X position to -1. And then let's go ahead and make its height. I think height was the wrong thing, but I'm sure that's the, yeah, I think that's a lot more. Height does not seem like it should be the depth of it. It seems like that should be depth. But anyways, so now we get to try our bevel thickness and see what happens if we double it. Oh, well, now let's change this. It's a little easier to see the bevels if we make the segments 1, because then you just see the one flat thing. So let's double it. Okay, yeah, so made it bigger. It actually, I think, makes sense. So it made the whole bevel itself bigger. Let's do something ridiculous. 1, so you can't really see it. Let's make it 0.5. Yeah, see, to me, okay, this is one of the few, this is the first one that's really made sense. Maybe it's just because I'm more comfortable with it. Oh, 0, 1, and then 0.02, 0.05. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so let's just pull the camera in a little bit closer, maybe to point. So now 0.3, and then we'll move the Z to 0.3. So we're just getting closer to it. And so there, so now just since we're so close, we'll be able to see what happens with the very small change. So if I make the bevel thickness 0.4, gosh, it's so nice something making sense for a change. 0.5. So it's definitely growing, and this is the middle is staying exactly where it's at, but it's getting bigger on both sides. So anyways, I think that makes a lot of sense. Pretty happy with that. Let me move the camera back out to like 1. And what happens if I make the Z position 0? So now we're seeing it right on. So I think that's pretty cool. We could animate the camera. And so we'll have the animation. Right now the Z is animating. I don't think we really want that Z to animate. We want that to stay at 1. The X is animating, which I don't think we really want either. We'd like that to stay at 1. And I'm sorry, the Y we want to stay the same. And the Z is, I would like it to go from like -2 to 2. Now it looks like my look at is also animated right now. So, and I believe that's the Y. So we'll make that not animated either. All right, so here we go. We're coming from one side to the other, so you can kind of see that animation. I'm going to slow it down to 6 seconds. I think that's a lot better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the mesh, and I'm going to change it to a Phong, from a normal to a Phong. And then I'm going to add a light. And the light is sitting in the middle of was sitting in the middle of the image. Okay, I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to put it just to the left of the image. Yeah, this is the one that doesn't. And then I'm going to add another one. Actually, I'm going to make that a little farther out because I think it's a bit dramatic there. Yeah. Or it's just too bright, I thought. I'm going to add another one to the right of it. And then I'm going to add another light above it. Let's see, let's make that like 3. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I definitely think that's the first one that's made any sense at all, was the mesh thickness. But I do think that might just be because I understand everything a lot better now. So that's that. It's like not as cool. I definitely want to change 3 more things, 4 more things. Want the steps to be able to configure the steps, to configure enabled, and to configure different kinds of fonts and the text that would be displayed. And at that point, I think that will be really cool. I wonder what happens if I put a mesh behind it. Oh. Let me create another mesh. And that's going to be the wall that's behind it. I'm just going to name it wall. And then I'm going to make this like a Z, put it behind it. So it's like -2. And then I'm going to make it like 100 wide. And then I'm going to make it like 100 tall. And then I'm going to make it 0.1 deep. And then I'm going to make it a Fong. Oh yeah, I love that. That is so cool. I wonder if I make it a little closer, if we'll be able to see the whole shadow. And then I wonder if we really want that light that's above it. Or maybe we want it like way above it, like 5. Oh, I love that. I think that's so cool. And then I think we should move the other ones out by 1 and 1. And I feel like they're kind of interfering with each other. And I've never tried this before, but I believe I can make it not, like this one, not cast shadows. And then I can take the other one and make it not cast shadows. So now all we get is this one, but we don't really get to see the gap there. So I think what we want that to do is to move the Y position of that up to 1. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is freaking cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's where we're at. Like I said, next, or I didn't say it, but next will probably be steps. And I'll probably, after that, just because it's a number. And then after that, I'll probably make bevel enabled, and that'll be a checkbox. I think that'll be easy because I think we already have a check. Yeah, so we already have these checkboxes available. So I'll just be able to copy and paste for enabled. And then this drop down will probably be tricky because the font is from this Helvetica promise. So I'll have to come up here to the top and create a couple more of these promises for us to be able to create to be able to use different loaders. And then I don't know, okay, so we moved it into this public. Oh, okay, we already have the other files, the typeface file. So I guess this gentilis, regular, or probably Helvetic or bold will be next, and those two. And optimizer, it'll be very interesting to see how those all look. And I don't know what these are. Ken Pixel TTT. So it looks like Droid also has some, and I would imagine I can use those too. So maybe and they have a sans and a serif version, so that'll be cool. I don't know if any of these are, this is definitely, I'm pretty sure a sans serif. Does not have serifs, doesn't have the little things, pretty sure. So that's that. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.